Have you ever felt an impending doom so palpable it chills your spine? Welcome to the horror of World War II. Picture a world consumed by the shadows of war, the air heavy with the stench of fear and uncertainty. The distant echo of gunfire, like a monstrous heartbeat, is the only constant in this chaotic symphony of survival. Amidst this grim landscape, we find our main character, a soldier whose courage is as unwavering as the uncertainty that surrounds him. But strange occurrences begin to infiltrate his reality, occurrences that cannot be explained by the war around him. Whispers that have no source, shadows that flit in his peripheral vision, and a chilling presence that clings to him, as tangible as the cold steel of his firearm. But it was not the war that terrified him the most. It was something else, something unseen. The battlefield is a place of death and destruction. But what happens when death refuses to leave? Our soldier, amidst the chaos and carnage of war, begins to sense an otherworldly presence. Strange happenings cloud his every move, dismissed by his comrades as mere battle fatigue. Yet this was no ordinary war-induced hallucination. Objects start to shift inexplicably as though manipulated by unseen hands. Whispers as soft as the rustling leaves, yet as chilling as winter winds, weave through the air, their source an enigma. But most unsettling of all, an ominous figure begins to make its presence known. A spectral silhouette always at the edge of his vision, watching, waiting. This figure, this ghostly observer, becomes an unshakable constant in his war-torn world. The soldier's encounters with the supernatural escalate, becoming as frequent as the battles he fights. He was not alone, but his company was not of this world. Sometimes the most terrifying things are not what we can see, but what we can't. Our soldier, spurred by curiosity and fear, began to dig into the enigmatic happenings plaguing his regiment. His investigation led him to the dark history of the battlefield. It was a place drenched in the blood of a brutal massacre from wars past. A chilling tale began to emerge from the whispers of the local villagers and the yellowed pages of forgotten books. The spirits of the fallen soldiers, they said, were trapped in this place, tethered to the land by their unfulfilled quest for vengeance. This revelation was a cold shiver down our soldier's spine. He was a rational man, a man of science and facts, yet he could not deny the eerie events that were unfolding around him. He was not fighting one war, but two. One against the enemy and one against the vengeful spirits. The soldier was trapped in a battle he never signed up for, a battle against the unseen. As the days turned into weeks, the supernatural occurrences grew more frequent, their intensity escalating. Each night the soldier was tormented by spectral visions that left him teetering on the edge of sanity. Yet, amidst the horror of the ghostly encounters, the echo of gunfire and the stench of blood served as a grim reminder. The war was still very much real, and he had no choice but to keep fighting. He had to battle not just the enemy soldiers, but also the phantom adversaries that seemed to lurk in every shadow. His life became a constant struggle, a fight for survival against foes both seen and unseen. And so he fights on against an enemy that cannot be killed. But what happens when the war ends? Do the spirits rest? Or do they continue their haunting, waiting for their next victim? That, my friends, is a question that remains unanswered.